Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to our Karak Zank playthrough as the spine of Sotek Dwarfs, where we are pushing down through the bottom of, well, against the Sentinels of Zeti, and we are taking their cities one at a time just to consolidate our territory back here, where probably no one really knows what we're doing, but we are building up some siege equipment here because I don't actually want to be going up against the wall and fighting these guys with tired Dowie. So we'll take a few turns to actually siege this one out rather than jumping straight in. Ooh, let's level there up to up our mines. They actually mean to click and turn there straight away. I thought I had something else to click, so we are still just doing a bit of exploring. As I said, end goal here, guys, is going to be, well, not necessarily the end goal. I'm quite enjoying this campaign. It's probably going to be going on for a while. We do have a couple of plans. We're going to sail over and get a colony. We'll try and get a colony over next to Dowie so we can actually trade with them. This might be a multi-step process. You know, we might have to hit up a few other places on the way. You know, go through Galleon's Graveyard could be an interesting one, or sail over and hit here. But the seas are now perilous, which is something I'm actually really enjoying. So it's not like the old game where I could literally just decide to sail across the seas. If I just try and sail across the seas, I will bump into enemies. You know, pirate fleets will accost me, they will attack me, they will try and sink me. So it does, certainly early game. Well, to be fair, even late game, because generally you don't deal with them all. They are much more dangerous. You can generally avoid them, but it means you're probably going to be bouncing around to avoid them, and they may catch you unawares. Certainly if you're double timing, at which point you're going to be stuck having a battle, which may not be sunny early game, may be quite tricky. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is quite good. Obviously, there are places you can cross faster, which makes it safer. But say around here, and certainly around this part of the world, where the vampire pirates are, there are a lot of problems.
The clan demands war.
Still building up there.
Armed and ready.
You are going to change stance to build up. With that, we're just going to keep building it up at the moment, guys. We've got no rush. Up our income, get everything sorted nicely. We've got quite a bit we can build. Ooh. I'm going to save a bit for the moment, to be fair. You can keep... Alright, okay. We're going to go round, because apparently that's quicker than sailing through the islands. I do want to find everybody else on here just to find out what's going on. Yep, another end turn. As I said, we're just going to keep building for the time being until we're in a position, you know, building up, get ourselves in good position. As I said, we are potentially going to have a war here just to take on Burgon, and we'll end up at war with Slanhupek because they are allied there, and push forward to take the rest of Lustria. We will allow Itza their territory there because they're happy. I'm also going to take on Teclis and batter him back out of the seas there. At which point we will end up having to brave the seas because we are planning on invading, as I said, the High Elves. But we need to dominate Lustria first. And this is where I'm really annoyed. I want the Dowie to have confederated. I mean, there's a chance I will get a confederation up here at some point, especially as they do... Ooh. If they're being pushed back, I might get a confederation out, which might mean I can get the ability to trade with the Dowie. The original Dowie. I need to get a trade agreement with them in order to get the get the modern dwarf technologies. The isthmus here just looks a mess.
Attack!
2 more turns, we've got at least 4 things. Don't want to rush it. Rushing it is a great way of getting myself killed.
What matters do you wish to lay before the Everqueen? Yes.
We'll trade with the elves for now.
Lord of Bretonia.
What?
I am ready to parley.
Stelia do still
Hope
exist.
your words are wise.
As you say, sir. Fine.
I'm a bit surprised they still exist. Yeah, they've usually been completely battered by this point. Odd here. I'm big, but I don't feel powerful at this point, which, yeah, just feels a bit wrong to me, because we are definitely reasonably powerful, but we still can't get as much as we could, as many units as I'd be able to get elsewhere. That said, while I'm big, the Dowie in their traditional areas get more gold mines and things, which really helps them, really good resources. Also, they're smaller territories, so while I feel bigger and I look bigger, I actually potentially have less territories, because the amount of area I cover is, I mean, it's still quite a few territories, don't get me wrong, but it's far less territories than I would have in a similar area up in the old world. And it has definitely been a very different feel of campaign. Obviously we have had some Skaven fights, but these fights here have been very different for us, and the vampire pirates certainly have been very, very different to fight. Vampire Coast are still weird to fight. Thankfully they didn't do what happened with my Techless game. Oh my god. If you haven't watched that, my latest Techless playthrough, guys, they have an army where they spammed, literally the entire army almost was handgunners with grenades. And yeah, it was one of the most hideous armies I've ever faced, because they're just brutal. They just do that, especially against relatively low level troops. I mean, even against high level troops, to be fair, they were just ripping through my forces and making things. What are we doing? Yeah, so buffing up our Dowie. What do we want to make them cheaper? Nope, buff up the damage for all dwarf units with hand weapons, which is most.
To battle.
One more
Fight.
turn and we'll be ready, guys. I'm a little concerned by my Thane's health. I probably should have pulled him out just to get some
Ricky.
replenishment.
I'll cast the runes. I'll get on it. If you say so, Billy.
You're going to pull up inside here. So it does look like the elves have been changing their territory around a bit. So we're going to come up and go through up here. Somebody's got the sword of Cain. I'm not overly worried about the lizard men's ranged ability, because they've not got the best ranged, but I'm impressed by how well Skeggy are doing. I'm just gonna say that. Skeggy are impressing me in their still being in existence. That's worrying. Noctilus there is definitely worrying. Like I said, I do need to get some Slayers into my armies. Noctilus will need Slayers to take him out himself, potentially, because he is a large unit. Actually, no, he doesn't start with... He isn't to start with, but he does have a large unit, but certainly fighting against these Lizardmen factions. If they use a Primal Rage to summon... You know, they've got an ability where they can summon an entire army of of dinosaurs. Basically, I'd want an entire army of Slayers to fend it off, because they're a bit brutal, guys. I'm going to be completely honest here. They are brutal to fight off. Oh, but God, and the Dread Fleet are war. That's a little... I don't want that. I don't want the Burgon to fall. We'll take the hit with Karak Zank. Oh, you.
Time to slay old breakers. Let us settle this. It's as good as done.
I'm going to leave the Thane in the other army so he's not going in with the first wave. Oh, actually, we've got...
What do you want?
It's not going to make much difference. It does seem to.
Runlock. Heading out.
Still gives them
I
buffs.
suppose so.
I don't know if it actually helps when I'm attacking, but... This is going to be a fun battle, guys. They have some good troops. They are definitely hurting. You know, his initial force is... Oh, they've got some more blessed... They're blessed spawns. How they had them before. They are potentially one of the more worrying things here. Let's compare. And as you can see, they're quite powerful anyway. That said, we've got a good, solid army of Longbeards here. Veteran Dowie warriors, guys. Who, okay, they're not... They are veterans because they're Longbeards. That's what the Longbeards are. But they're not as veteran as my Dwarf warriors were, weirdly. But, not overly concerned here. Unfortunately, their ranged is not the best.
Hazuk, Longbeards, Killers, Longbeards, attack the Earths! Hard! Throng created! Nothing can stop us! For the ancestors! Range far, range fast! Clan disbanded! Runes of spellbreaking! Off we go! Vengeance! Yes! Break up, lads! Longbeards! Plow through!
Getting everybody marching up. Sorry, I did go quiet for a minute there, but everybody's just marching. Do love these guys' colours as well. They are some awesome beards. As our siege equipment hits the walls and our archers are they going to start firing? Are we close enough? I'm going with yes. Come on!
For the Karak Zank! Kill the wizards!
Now we're pushing up onto the walls.
Longbeards!
Slam into them. I do love their colour scheme as well. They're using their cold-blooded weirdly already.
For the High King! Longbeards! War and vengeance! Start climbing! Longbeards! Warriors! Rage far, rage fast!
Ooh, let's take out that old blood straight away if we can. Basically, we want to capture the walls first here. And it is going to get brutal and bloody up there.
Going! It is a reckoning! It is an order! No! I... Yes! Axes out!
We're doing it up here nicely. We're pressuring these guys. There's not many lizards there, but there are definitely Dowie dead up on these walls as well. And not as many. We are doing very... I really do remember lizard men being much tougher. Lots of skinks there. Oh, little massive skinks. And they're all wandering around up here.
The runes glow!
Ignore the skinks and try and push over and pressure the lizard man. Oh, something going off there. Oh, seems to be a buff.
Let's start shooting!
And we are shredding their lord. To be fair, it's just stood there taking it. I do love the look of these guys' gear and equipment. He is properly just standing there, taking it.
That'll do! That'll do!
I don't think we really need the leadership buff, but...
For the ancestors! Kill them!
We've got Temple Guard up on here now. You are definitely slammed into the corners there. This is just a proper press. I mean, it's how solid my formation is and how mobile theirs is. Wow, my frame rate is painful at the moment.
Find your
Oh, we've
targets!
broken him.
Nothing can
Let's
stop
hit those
us.
Croxies next. Ooh, if he comes back in, yeah. A couple more volleys into him. And he is gone. Up at 49 health. He really is not going to last long. I should have let him come in a bit further before we started shooting him again. The way that just moved.
Fire on the
He's dead while we were shooting at the Croxies. The Croxies are quite armoured, so... But they are probably one of the biggest threats to us here. We do have another unit of Croxies somewhere. Yeah, this is right there. Oh, we'll hit that Ancient Stegodon. I'm going to take that Ancient Stegodon down first.
They have wronged us!
Those Temple Guards are pretty much unbreakable, actually. So they are going to stand and die in their masses.
It is an order! Hanan! Dull! Kazook!
If I can take that out, that'll be helpful because that will batter my units. when I get down, because it is a massive anti-large
Let the
unit.
vengeance begin!
But this battle, guys. This battle is just going to be a slog for the walls and then for the city itself when we pull down, because lizard men don't give ground. We don't give ground. I mean, okay, the skinks have pretty much broken, but I should be on. Yes. Yeah, it should make it. We might have a tweak a little bit to try and fix it. I'm not going to do it mid-battle, guys.
Watchbearer for the everlasting realm!
I mean, you've got to also remember I am recording in quite high quality, guys, so which is always going to cause a few issues. Do we have a unit of Saurus warriors over there still? I mean, if I'd taken more turns, I'd have been able to hit more of the wall at once, which would really help. That said, you know, we're doing well enough here, so...
Warriors! Stop!
You guys can stop until we can get you on the walls. In fact, I'm going to start pulling a few units
Long
down.
be it! I, by the Lear's will, hook those dwarf legs for the Karak Zank.
We're going to abandon, push out off the walls, guys. I know they've still got units there, but we should be able to push through, and this is going to cause a lot more engagement. In fact, let's just literally get everybody charging this unit here. Little OTT, but if we can clear the walls to get my archers up on there, my archers' support will be immensely beneficial. As we come down off the walls, they should start following us.
Obey me!
And I mean, let's be honest, this was never going to be a proper formation up here. It was always going to be a bit of a splurg as we try and actually form on the walls down here. These Croxies are going to be having fun. With his tail. And my Lombids seem to be doing reasonably nicely.
Vengeance! No fluffing about! Obey me! Warriors!
Why are some of you guys shooting? I told you to stop! And actually, we've broken everything on the walls, in fact. Ooh, we're not quite broken their entire force yet, but...
Obey me! War of vengeance!
This has just been a slog through, and to be fair, this is... Whoa, 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 whoa!
It is a reckoning!
I've not sent you up there yet! What are you doing there?
We'll guard it! We stay put! We'll guard it! Warriors!
Now they can start firing at will again. Oh wow, we've got the gates. That's how they're getting in. They're just coming in through the gates. Oh god.
The clans unite!
This is all beginning to break.
True Lord!
Oh wow, they did still have another Sword of Scar veteran who is getting his butt kicked up here.
Longbeards! To the forge! Slay the oath!
Into the rear of them. A lot of these guys are completely breaking now. They still have that unit of Croxies down there.
The clans unite!
I think this isn't going to last much longer. I'm very upset because their lord is dead. Why they weren't getting involved earlier, I really don't know.
We demand blood!
That unit's going. I'm going to double time from now, guys. This is over. Here comes another unit of Croxies, which is just slowly disintegrating as it charges. And my gates now, they can come up through my towers, to be fair. All of them arranged on that. We'll turn on to the other side next. Their leadership is dropping even without me pushing. And don't get me wrong, we've taken losses, but we've battered them. And this is the nice thing, because my archers are actually reasonable in melee, especially these guys who are armor piercing. And as these guys have quite high natural armor, that works well for us. But while they've got very high weapon strength, they don't have armor piercing, and we are very armored. That's probably why we're doing so well, because we actually have an awful lot of armor, and they are, at this point, they certainly lack the armor piercing damage to really do the damage they need to me. I mean, the Croxies do, and I think the Temple Guard did, but that was one slog of a battle, guys. I mean, their special unit did reasonably well, unsurprisingly. Good all-round damage. One or two of my units did. That unit, wow. They must have been one of the first ones up onto the wall. In fact, almost certainly were, because of their position in my force, so yeah. Not killing Skaven with these guys. These guys are, you know, getting good at killing dinosaurs. That wasn't what they were doing earlier. They killed a lot of zombies as well, but yeah, this force is getting good. My loading screens do seem to be taking longer at the moment. I may have to double check this because something feels a bit... I'm getting more hangs. It could be the amount of mods I'm using, so... yeah. Oh, what do you know? Yeah.
Vengeful Rudlord! If you say so, Beardley.
Straight on here. Ooh. I'm not getting rid of that building because I shouldn't be able to build that building, I don't think, at the moment. Or have I managed to unlock? Ooh. I do! Okay. I'm definitely not unlocked everything, but it definitely appears that I can get Iron Drakes. Which is awesome, because they are absolutely awesome units. Straight down that forge route. Public order. Ooh, straight into the extra income as well.
My axe thirsts for
And we are going to end this one here, guys. We'll go deal with those orcs next time. One more place to take here. This has mostly been dealing with that one big battle. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you are enjoying watching this, even though it was a bit of a slog of the battle. It was still good fun to fight. As always, please feel free to pop any comments in the comment section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and the description, as well as links to my Twitter, my Patreon, and my affiliations with Overclockers and Fanaticals. As always, if you have enjoyed this, please like and subscribe.